Hello friends, I'm Shubham and you're watching the Anti-Cancer Project. As we discussed in our previous video, that all illnesses, no matter what we call it, occurs due to only one reason, which is cellular malfunction. Now we are aware that any illness is caused due to cellular malfunction. But why does it happen? In other words, why do cells malfunction? Now, just like we discussed that cellular malfunction is the main and only problem. In a similar way, there are only two reasons why cells malfunction: deficiency and toxicity. Meaning, whenever our cells get too little of what they need or too much of what they don't need, then these cells begin to malfunction. In fact, thousands of these so-called different diseases we experience are nothing but merely the effects of thousands of combinations of deficiencies and toxicities, acting through a combination of inherited genes, unhealthy lifestyle, environment, our beliefs, thoughts, and emotions. Sadly, in today's times, we are both deficient and toxic. Now, if we talk about the reasons of deficiency, then it generally involves an improper diet, a disease, or medication that impairs absorption, or both. In fact, nutritional deficiency generally depends on which type of nutrient your body is lacking. For example, if a person is vitamin A deficient, then there is a chance that he might face dry eyes or even night blindness, depending on how severely that particular nutrient is depleted in the person's body. Similarly, severe deficiency of vitamin C can cause scurvy, which is also known as bleeding gums. On the other hand, the prostate gland is a zinc-rich tissue, and therefore, zinc deficiency will cause prostate problems. Thyroid gland is an iodine-rich tissue, and therefore an iodine deficiency will cause thyroid problems. Similarly, the cervix is a vitamin C and folate-rich tissue, and therefore, women with low vitamin C intake have a substantially higher cervical cancer risk. Therefore, the first problem that we must address is deficiency. If you have a chronic zinc deficiency, then a truckload of vitamin C will not be nearly as valuable as giving the body what it needs to end that zinc deficiency, which is why it is vital to manage one's nutritional deficiency, and that is why it is also important to make sure that we are not lacking any specific nutrients for a long period of time. Because if this happens, then due to that deficiency, the newly produced cells will be improperly constructed and will also create chemical imbalances in those cells. Cells are not made of drugs, they are made of nutrients. All nutrients act together as a team and nourish your cells by providing the raw materials they need. In today's time, the main problem is that the newly produced cells are not as efficient as the older ones. According to the World Health Organization, there are about 1 billion people who are starving to death because they are unable to obtain enough food. Tragic, right? But even more tragic is the fact that there is a second group of people who have access to food, but they choose to eat the wrong kinds of foods. This is the problem with most of us, which is why our new cells also produce less energy, like the old ones, which isn't a healthy sign at all. And therefore, it is always important to remember that what you eat can either make you or break you. And you are nothing but what you eat. Now that we have understood about deficiency, let's discuss about another main reason why cells malfunction: cellular toxicity. Never been in history has the human being exposed to so many toxins. Sadly, in the chemistry philosophy of our modern world, different types of bug killers, weed killers, chemical fertilizers are sprayed onto the plants we eat. Pollution content has increased in the air we breathe. Not just this, but chemicals of all kinds are dumped into our oceans, lakes, and water supplies. Farm animals are given growth hormones and antibiotics so that they can survive their harsh lives, which in the end is consumed by us only. On the other hand, packaged foods, industrial foods, are filled with taste-enhancing chemicals that enhance taste, because of which we buy more and turn off the I am full switch in our brains, and because of which we buy and eat more. In order to extend shelf life of their merchandise, preservatives are added, which at the end we consume. Apart from all this, all of us have begun consuming drugs for every ill, pain, or strain. Not just this, but soaps, shampoos, deodorants, and almost all personal hygiene and cosmetic products contain degreasers, alcohols, parabens, fragrances, stabilizers, solvents, and numerous other chemicals which are being absorbed into our bodies. Our bodies were never designed to protect themselves from such an overwhelming onslaught of man-made chemicals. No doubt that our body has the ability to detoxify harmful chemicals, but when these chemicals keep on accumulating inside us, then our body responds by falling sick. Therefore, the threat to our health comes not only from individual chemicals, but also from the toxic chemical overload. And when our body begins to accumulate these toxins, Then these get stored in our fat tissues, which is the first step to the actual problem. A woman's breast tissue is about 1/3 fat, which helps to explain the epidemic of breast cancer. This is one of the key reasons as to why even youngsters these days have growing number of various diseases. And not just this, but the severity of these problems actually makes a big deal to a person as he ages. This is because when we age, then detoxification capacity of our kidneys and liver diminishes with age, and therefore older people have the highest concentrations of toxic chemicals, which makes their life extremely tough. In fact, by retirement age, their accumulated toxic loads are more than sufficient to cause cancer. Which is why it is equally important to reduce toxicity as much as it is to manage deficiency, as both play equal important role for a body to fall sick. Apart from this, deficiency and toxicity can occur for many other reasons, including a person's thoughts, emotions and beliefs. When you experience stress, no matter if it is relationship stress or even work stress, your body manufactures stress chemicals, which depletes the body of critical nutrients, causing deficiency. On the other hand, these stress chemicals has a toxic effect on the body, which stores itself and later damages our system. Therefore, it is important to keep a check on your mental health as well, because if not properly managed, then mental health can too be a reason for causing deficiency and toxicity in your body. And so, to keep your cells healthy, it is important to make sure that there is no deficiency and toxicity problems in your body. Our body produces approximately 4 million new cells every second and almost 1 trillion new cells every day, and majority of our cells are replaced within a year in our body. Thus, it is important to be wise about what you eat and choose foods to make sure that all the new cells are healthier than the older ones, which will help you generate such an energy that no disease can stand against. Here are some of the questions you need to ask yourself. Are you providing the right materials in the body every day to make these new cells? Am I doing all the things that are making them toxin-free? It is important to keep in mind that your good health is your responsibility. And for this, it is important to maintain a healthy diet and consume high-quality supplements. This will provide your body with all the required materials it needs in order for it to repair itself. It is also important to keep the cells in a toxin-free environment so the nutrients in the body function as efficiently as they should. When you give your inner doctor a chance to function as it should, you will realize yourself to be much healthier, mentally sharper and stronger. So believe in your body, because it too wishes to heal and be healthy. If you like this video and would like to know more about cancer, then make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Also, if you are aware of anyone who could get some help with the help of these videos, then make sure to share this video with them. Rest, I'll see you very soon in the next video.